As many as 6,000 big game animals in Wyoming die each year from collisions with vehicles on Wyoming's highways and interstates. A new initiative from the Wyoming Game and Fish Department and Wyoming Department of Transportation aims to change that. The Wildlife Crossing Initiative is intended to raise public awareness and funding to help develop wildlife-friendly crossing areas. The initiative announcement follows an executive order signed last week by Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon, protecting migration corridors using a science-based approach and extensive public involvement. Wyoming Game and Fish Director Brian Nesvik.
We hope to fund future wildlife crossings. We've seen some great success in the recent past with a large project over south of Big Piney that's going to result in about 7 underpasses right next to one of the most important migration corridors in Wyoming.
The Dry Piney project is on a section of highway with one of the highest wildlife vehicle collision rates in Wyoming. The highway goes through the Wyoming Range, which serves as critical winter range for one of the largest mule deer herds in the West. Underpasses, signage, fencing, and other efforts to protect motorists and wildlife are valuable assets in reducing wildlife vehicle collisions. A Wyoming Department of Transportation report issued in July of last year highlights a 13.5-mile stretch of Highway 30 west of Kemmerer, with 7 underpasses and 8-foot-high game fencing that resulted in an 81% reduction in deer vehicle collisions after 3 years. Another project featuring 2 overpasses and 6 underpasses and 15 miles of 8-foot-high game fence near Pinedale entirely eliminated pronghorn collisions after 3 years. Mule deer collisions were reduced 79%. Donations to the Wildlife Crossing Initiative provide funding for a range of projects that lead wildlife away from highways, making them more visible to motorists, and raising driver awareness of where wildlife crossings are common. To learn more about the initiative and to donate, go to the Wyoming Game and Fish Department website. Click on Wildlife in Wyoming at the top and go to Migration. You'll find detailed information about big game migrations, maps of migration corridors, and how to support the Wildlife Crossing Initiative. This is Ray Hageman with the Wyoming Game and Fish Department.